Yo, what's up, legend and legendettes? We have an interesting video for you today. We're going to be doing a tier list of Apex Legends based on their ults, abilities, and tacticals. Now, I'm going to throw this out there. This is my personal opinion on playing the game, seeing the movement, seeing the gameplay, and also comparing other video gameplay from other amazing content creators here on YouTube, Twitch, everything. Um, like I said, it's my opinion. If you disagree, let me know in the comments, interact, let me know your ideas on it, and we're going to go ahead and get started. Right now, we have our tier list here. So this is my tier list that I created. We have S, A, B, C, D, E, and F. Um, and then we have all of our legends down here. We're going to go ahead and do each legend according to their abilities and just all around things that they do. The first one we're going to do today is Wraith. Now, for me, I absolutely can't stand her. I know that's probably terrible to say, but it's true. She is a very good offensive player in a sense of being able to get out of tricky situations. Um, her ult is the portal, which can, if things are going down with your team, you can kind of wraith away to, heal, get a better positioning, things like that. I know I have a really awesome content creator here on Twitch. Her name's Kay Cole. She uses Wraith to kind of maneuver behind the opponents to get behind them for shooting. So she's not a terrible legend to use. I would say that if you're new to the game, be careful in that sense because if you don't know exactly what you're doing, it could get you. I wouldn't rank her as an S tier player. I would put her more maybe in the AB category. She's not going to be everybody's first choice, but once you actually like get to know the legend, you are probably going to be slaying in either ranked BR or even arenas. So for me, I would put her more as like a B. A B. Our next legend is going to be Wattson. I personally have not had a lot of interaction with Wattson. I know she has her little radar things that go across to get the enemy. It's more of just being able to place them properly against the enemy. So for me, I would put her more as like an E or F legend. I don't use her a lot. So that's going to be more of the take on that. So I'm going to actually put her in the E category. Next up on the list is my now main legend, Valk. Um, Man, I tell you, some people they don't like her, which is fine. It's okay. For Valk, we're gonna go ahead and put her in the S category. Her all around just tactical ult of having the missiles. She's gonna be able to fast fire, maybe stun the enemy, and then get those shots for a down. But then she also has her ult where you can get out of places, get zone position, reposition really quickly and efficiently to get a jump on the opponent. Next legend is Seer. I've had some interactions with Seer. It's not my first choice. It's honestly maybe like my fifth choice. Maybe if I have to. It kind of reminds me of a Blood in a sense. Just giving you that tactical advantage against your opponent to know what their health is at, where they are, and where they're located, turning in on you. So I would say Seer is like a D legend. Next up on the list is Revenant. Now, Revenant is a different kind of legend. I personally have not had a lot of experience with him, but I've had a lot of gameplay with people that have. Um, I would say Revenant, if you know how to use him, he can be really awesome. But for me, that's F tier. Like I said, it's all opinion based. Your opinion's going to be different than mine, and that's perfectly fine. Next, we have Rampart. Again, not really had a lot of interactions with her, but one thing I can say is putting up that shield and getting against your enemies where you can't be hit but you can land all those shots. I feel that can put you as like a D as well, because you're going to be able to get those shots in without taking that damage. Next one we got Pathy. Pathy for me, it's kind of more of like the defensive. You can get into those tight places with the grapple. You're going to be able to climb. Other than that, I don't know a lot about the legend. I don't really play him. He's the times that I've gone against him or even had him on my team, it wasn't really something that was extravagant to have. So I'm going to put him as F tier. My bad, guys, if that's your main. I'm so sorry. Next, we have Octane, or as I like to call him, a little crack pipe. Um, he's gonna get in and out. That's his sole purpose. His hitbox is the size of a fucking pencil. So you have to land your shots perfectly with him. You're gonna get those players that know how to use Octane really well, which is gonna get you in the sense of getting in those situations and out of them. You also have the jump pad aspect of it. I would put him as a C, just because he's, like I said, he's not going to be a first choice, but once you get him, you're going to get him. Next, we have Mirage. Mirage is a fucking awesome legend. You can bamboozle and all those things, what's going to get you in those places to distract the enemy as well. I'm going to put him as a B because he is a good legend to actually learn if you're wanting to learn the legends. He is a good legend to like maybe begin with, for that sense. Next is Miss Mad Maggie. That's an S tier right there. She is a badass bitch. She's gonna wreck your world with that wrecking ball. I'm telling you. Next is the beautiful Miss Loba. Loba is not really defensive or offensive in a sense. You're not gonna be able to like. She doesn't really have an awesome tactical or anything like that. But her jump, like her Q to with her ring, you're going to be able to possibly get away from the enemy reposition, which is going to be really awesome. Her ult for the black shop, it's going to get you fast what you need, and you're going to get those weapons that you've been looking for and know you can slay within the game. I would put her as A, and let's not lie, Loba's just beautiful. Next, we have Miss Lifeline. She is an amazing opponent, like person to have on your team. If you have a life on your team, you're set. If you're like the pusher player and your lifeline's going to hold back and be beside you and you go down, she can pop that res real quick and then you're back in action. Her care packages are really awesome as well if you need that loot as for, shield swaps or bats or anything like that. I'm going to put her as an A. She's an awesome person to have on your team for that support and for the pushers or the high flyers and sweaty players. Next, we have Miss Horizon. I started playing Horizon a little bit. I like her ult and her tactical. It is a good thing to have, flying up to maybe get defensive on the players and then sucking them in. It would not be my first choice. I feel like I would put her more in the D category, just because she's not going to be first to pick unless you like really, really loved her to death and she's going to be your main. Next is my man Gibby. Gibby is not a terrible player to have. He's got his protection bubble, which can give you a sense of arming up, doing all those things, which is going to be a really good asset to have when you're in those fights, popping that bubble. But then he also has that precision strike, which can give you that little extra bit of protection. I'm gonna put him actually in the A category because Gibby is a good person to have either as you're playing him or on your team. The only thing that's gonna kind of the downfall of Gibby is going to give you that hitbox. That hitbox is massive. So if you're trying to reposition any slightest shots, you're going to get hit. Next on the list is Fuse. Again, I haven't had a lot of interactions with Fuse myself, but I've had friends that have, and he is actually a great asset to have on your team. He's got his knuckle cluster, which is going to get if a team is hiding in a building, you're going to be able to have that offensive advantage with them. So I'm going to put him in the C category. Next is my man Crypto. Yes, that's Crypto. I don't know much about him. I couldn't give you a lot of insight except for the drones maybe, which is I guess really cool when you're trying to get position on the enemy, but again, it comes back to being you could be blood, you could be seer, you could be any of those things that could give you a better advantage point. So I'm actually going to put him in the E list. Like I said, all opinion based. I haven't really played as a lot of legends. So next we have Caustic. Great asset to have on the team. You're going to get those bombs that'll go off. You can block the doorways if a team is going to be really sweaty and push you. It's a great asset to have. You can block those doors, stun them for a minute, and then get those shots in. I'm going to put him as a C player, a C legend. Nothing bad about that. Next, we're gonna have Blood. Man, Blood was a main of mine for a while. I love him to death. I'm gonna put him in the B category. He can get that offensive advantage of knowing where the teammate is, or where the other team is, and you can get those positions to lay it out on him. My main girl, Bangalore. Man, I've gone rounds with Bangalore against her and her on my team, being myself and playing as her. She is a badass bitch. The smoked aspect of her, yes, it's really good, but it could also throw you off if you're throwing it to distract the enemy. You're kind of distracted as well. I've had some pretty badass plays as Bangalore. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna put her as actually I am gonna put her as S tier. She is, and then her precision airstrike that comes down, dropping the pain. So you're gonna be dropping a lot of bombs on them players if you can land it. Last but not least is Miss Ash. I again haven't had a lot of interactions with her, but what I will say is it's kind of like a wraith aspect. You can get in and get out of situations really quickly. Maybe get behind the enemy for some repositioning, and handle that biz. So we're gonna put her. I feel like she's like a D player. Her hitbox is really awesome because it's kind of like Octane in a sense. You're gonna have that really tiny hitbox that you have to like land your shots precisionally. So, but that is my tier list, guys. It's not extravagant, it's not great, but it's my opinion. And I've played as most of the legends, and this is what I feel is going to get you the best of getting in situations. Those S and A players, if you have any of those people on your team or you main as one, you guys are going to get the dubs and get the shots. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Make sure you like, share, and follow this video. And let me know in the comments your opinions. If you have a different opinion, let me know so I can maybe see for myself and try out a different legend. Have a great day, guys. Sassy out.